Greetings, everyone, boys and girls. This is James here speaking, and how's it going? Today is going to be have last day on December, and this was has last day on 2021. Well, it's been a lot of us grateful for the years, and we just have to the 2020 decades since this is where I've been started off the world of apocalypse with coronavirus ongoing the tragedies that happen. And I know this is a pretty it's longest of a years for the decade, and I have to debate this was this was half the 2020s decades of difficult years of time that the whole of the world a lot of it's a good things way for the predicted this whatever the where what a lot of have this gratefulness of the greatness of the years on us has healthy of the people from North Americans to Southeast Asia, pretty much of all of the people's predicted to be just living inside the internet, trapped in the inside of the matrix. So if you have already have watched the Matrix Resurrections, likely Neo 1.0 Uncle program is back to the Matrix. It's back to the action, and there's a lot of other cool things, stuff, and that's going on in here. And I just have to a little have the longest struggle this way. That that is where it's basically we have to based on there's the tragedies of real world of coronavirus pandemic is ongoing. But we just have to we just have to be the full of the times of a career that takes up the real life of personal. And I have it to be I just have to post up a daily mass media on the took on the internet, the social media. If you heard of it, ever seen me on the social media platform like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, and anything like a Japanese site. And besides that thing, and I was really enjoyable for 2021, but they have to review it to people that thought the feelings of upsided and downsided to 2021, so worse of it than 2020, and it's all have a tragedy, and spent have a lot since lockdown, located countries, stay-at-home owners, mental health issues with a mental health crisis. These people got have the turns to be the deeply dark turn, the self-inflicted throwing, the hanging, the gunshot, poisoning, all kind of stuff. Man, that's a lot of dark, and that's tragedy as well. Is a worse of it than COVID-19, the pandemic is always worse than them. As a fills to the empty, a lot has a lot of it here. As a without simply the personal reason. Dang, it's a spent have I spent up many days and many lots of weeks of months of a long time periods as a literally a big surprisingly that I've been usually gonna create I was ever going to be to create tragedy the dark story tales of ours internet war games with numberless as victims have the mental health issues. As always have people that causes it a dark turn, but they're living inside the internet. I would imagine is after I wasn't really imagining it to be creating as a full in-house project. And there's all place a lot here. It's a old one, tons of piece of paper, but I really just I just have realized that the flash flood just coming towards Southeast Asia, and the downside is a whole lot for a natural disaster and climate change, the cause of it, the global warming. But at the parking the car, and I got the old papers. It's got wet and sweaty and stale on the. It's caused a flood. It's all of old papers and drawing because completely destroyed, and as I don't know have much of I mentioned this book before. I just I just as unnecessary that being that COVID-19, the pandemic, this epidemic, and I would have called it to say this, and over the whole of this health, World Health, the organizations of awareness to be. I was describe that thing as I had this was all was always the personal personally without a doubt is basically I either this is way if it has a long of the miles the longest way for the butchered the this year as fully spread the lockdown here as the worst as cases of outbreaks come and the worst thing for all for the 2020s years been existing and I have a I have a got a good old memories and I've been to play on the a lot of the childhood games with I was a contest where they're picking up the Scott host have been doing well and he's doing but working off a Raptor Call of the Shadow remastered the remixes is the first time to port it to the console and I just I saw it I saw that he's Scott hosts the videos and so it's the usual and so I have a professional speech that's here so then that is just quarters as months as after and I went to the way just too busy in the real life as a work of as people have jobs as people have to pay of his own bills the tax and the wallet of it has its funds as the family just took my funds there and I just have a surprised it for the years as upset of it for this and it is 2022 for other morphins comes that I wanna as it has in the mass media to post social media and internet. I just literally have to so when I'm going to be have to say this but daily just upload it relatable for it to going to because people are seeing sort of it had to but the James personal videos and the professional have the speeches as be and as I always I met this I met in him says Hunter World Gaming said he's played the indie horror games as computer titles since I ever the first met him for the first time on the streaming at the Disco server to Saturday and Sunday evening night and I was contracted and him to try to pick this up and yeah so it's upset if it's good to hear speaking to Hunter World Gaming but as he's a content wants to likely just play the indie horror games and hunters have as always have completely unseen stuff indie computer games since I have a book for the as action arcade puzzle platform adventures so first person to third person shooters shooting games, anime, and kind of all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of other stuff in it going on in here. And all of this have as every week says every spent several hours of period, and I go stuff swimming trainers of period, and upward stuff ongoing there for though. Although I have to, I was a former male student. After I left from this school for first and second school, I just haven't smart to grow up at that young adulthood. This was is simply like as a personality just works, like for the internet personality person, and I put the usual for the watch stuff on the internet, and spend all of it whole days, spend all of it lots, and the craziest of 2021 with years, and ongoing to have a tragedy that there was a coronavirus outbreaks, and people have this, people have the fear with us struggling, have the mental health issues, and I have seen this documentary, the videos of it before, and I just ranted of I ranted to be just picking any collection of ideas, just picking up some idea, and workshop room, artist this apartment, and I wish it's gonna be the becomes a musician career at home. So I put Bachman's old keyboard. It's still got to work it. I put better to finds out. And I've been decided to mass media to post this everything on the social media platforms that's pretty soon. So it's going to be a craziest 2021 for years. It goes the wave as far. And hopefully for the 2022 just will be the coming up with the James Media just sending me for the Southeast Asia, and I've been doing it as a personal work that sometimes in the future development, but not today with the tragedy events of ongoing. So I have first of all to be I haven't seen the Miku Expo 2021 on the first time that I have seen run online, but and second of all, I haven't got to the upside of the excitement to be to the thoughts having the frequency for the discussions about the real life this. And three, even though it says about Jane family went to the go outside, and the day off went to the trip, and and despite that, the Jane family the day off with the busy beings of the real life. This day where they had to, they wanted to know where to get to the real jobs, had to real to tax without pay on the bills, to offer it equally to money to that. They should get a life. They should be get a life, and I should be get a life. And I don't know what I was just convinced of having to talking about. I was just having the 2022 is having the ongoing with independently thought, and I've been going to do with I really do with like independent games designers and developers, games programming, arts and animation, 2D slash 3D animations, MMD animations, stop motion animation, cutout animations, art designers and painters, video makers, video directors and producer, young male actors, acting stunts. What else? What else we got? Oh, I was gonna wish to be the start off the musician career, and I would really the better way if I was gonna make the indie remix song cover based on the original from 1980s, 1990s, and 2000. Man, I hope says people were originally just made around from 1990, and whoever liked this, my creation of the song cover, the better finds out. So, I just get these as things to do it. Because I have the stick and stone for the step by step since hours appearance. So performing this get a real jobs, get a real text, get it as a real life. So as I went in and outdoors of the house is a household. Whoever knows the the families, moms, or the friends just contact us. The neighborhood house are constructed, and I won't have to see it as a big surprise as the better finds out. So whatever it means, first, this is craziest part of the 2021 that still existed, including this of COVID-19 pandemic's tragedy events of a real world. So 2021 is pretty difficult this year, and hopefully the 2022 as 2022 is way better. Just getting as a flash run forward is pretty soon. So right now, I'm going to get this heading out here. This is going to be last day and last video on 2021, and that's all pretty much. That's all pretty much is all to say. I would have to say a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'll see you for the next year to 2022. Just I'll be doing a personal worksman at some time in the future development, but not today. Not much I have to say. That was obviously as obscure as I really saw the 2021's craziest years a difficult life. But yeah, I'll see you then 2022. 2022, it says, is going to be modern age of future development. Like all we have to say is that it's what future development, the modern age, they have to live a life on the years is afterward. So without it being accused, I have to say this. I'll have to say thank you for everything the 2021's craziest years, and I'll see you for the 2022 that's pretty soon. And hope you have the happy holidays and happy new year. So I just have to say it. Have a good day, boys and girls. Have a good day. All right. I'll see you in 2022, and take care. Have good days. Have a good your family and friends. I'll see you around for the future. Peace.